Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that have been here for a while, it's good to see you again. I haven't done one of these in a bit. For those of you that are new here, hi. My name is Morgan. I am a music editor for video games. I've been in the industry for 7 years now. Started in 2017 as a tester for audio and now work contracted as a music editor for my second title. And that's what we're here to talk about today. I wanted to kind of make an update video for you guys on a new job and where I'm at in the industry, and kind of give you guys some insight onto the ins and outs of what happens on the music side of things. So if you were there for my last update, and if you've seen it, you'll know that after being with PlayStation, I went on to work with BioWare for about 2 years, and I started with them in July 2022, and my last day with them was the end of June of this year. So 2 years on the project, and it was insane. For my first gig as a music editor, having such a great team and working with such fantastic composers was truly an awe-inspiring experience. The game is not out yet. I can't talk about details until that happens. So once the game is released, I will make a separate video on my experiences with the title. But until that happens, we're gonna roll it back. Anyway, but my time on the project ended. I am a contractor. I'm not full-time, so kind of needed to get the ball rolling on my next job. And so that's where Guerrilla came in. So I worked on Horizon Forbidden West, as some of you know, as the audio test lead. So I worked with the sound designers and the audio team at Guerrilla Games to make sure that what they were creating was playing back properly in-game from the PlayStation side. So from that, I was in meetings with the audio director, the music director, the sound designers, the dialogue editors, and just everybody, just to make sure that everything that they were creating was playing back properly in-game. But that's a very long experience, so I developed a good relationship with the team. So when I left PlayStation, I was still in contact with several members from the team, and the audio director, Bastian, reached out to me to congratulate me on my gig at being a music editor with BioWare. And he mentioned that he wasn't aware that I was interested in music, and I told him that, yeah, it's always kind of been my dream. I went to school for music technology and composition. I really want to get into music for games, so that's kind of was my goal from the beginning at PlayStation. And so he kind of let me know that Guerrilla was expanding their studio, and to just kind of keep in touch over the years. So nothing too crazy. It's kind of par for the course of the industry of keeping network contacts and just saying goodbye to everybody. So 2 years go by with BioWare. It was a great time. I loved every second of it. And so near the end of that time, I started reaching out to studios again about openings on their team, especially for music. The hard part is that the industry is hard to find jobs as is. If you pay attention at all, you understand the amount of layoffs that have happened in the past few years. Audio is a very niche section of games, and then within that, music is even smaller. So it's very hard to find consistent work. So I was prepared for, falling back into QA if worse came to worse, just because I have the experience, so I wasn't going to be left high and dry. But I was applying to a few studios and kind of keeping my finger on the pulse of music teams. And so there were a few studios I was in contact with. I won't name them here. But I had a few opportunities that I was feeling out, but Guerrilla had always kind of been on the top of my list because I had such a good relationship with the team, and I know their internal music team I just love their music. I thought it would be really cool to maybe have that happen at some point. Because again, within music, there's not a lot of studios that have dedicated internal teams. Lots of studios outsource to third-party vendors to create what they need. So there was a very slim chance. I literally wrote down 7 or 8 studios that I knew had internal teams, and that was my best shot, and Guerrilla happened to be one of them. So we go from there to kind of getting back in contact with the team, and I found out that they were very interested in bringing me on, which was nerve-wracking and exciting, but I was very grateful for the opportunity. So the next few months went by of confirming contract time, confirming pay rate, what the project was, how long it was going to go for, and feeling out the ebb and flow of the team. And something that I was very excited about and was very appreciative of is that the music supervisor made a very clear point of saying that the studio in general wants to make sure that people thrive and that you're focused on things that you're interested in and things that you want to pursue as an individual. We're not just assigning you whatever work comes your way. You still need to do the job, but we want to make sure that you're interested in what you want. So it was cool to kind of flesh out my goals for the next 5 to 10 years, where I wanted to go with this career, how I was feeling about my jobs in the past, what I want to do now. I'm very adamant in that I'm grateful that I had my management experience at PlayStation. It was 5 years of leading a team and being on that side of handling timelines and budgets and kind of like the hierarchy of everything, but it's not what I wanted. It wasn't my cup of tea. Being solely a music editor and designer at BioWare was amazing. You know, I could just keep my head down, I could be creative, I could do what I wanted, and someone else could handle the bigger picture of deadlines and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to stay on that track, and I told them as much of, I'm a very creative person, I would like to keep it that way. I enjoy getting my hands dirty and learning new things, but I don't want to be put on a management or supervisory track anytime soon. So it was really cool to have them hear that and understand that going forward. So the next few weeks were just fleshing out the details and saying goodbye to the team at BioWare, and it's kind of been a whirlwind because I never took any time off. I finished the job at BioWare at the end of the month, and then I started on the 1st with Guerrilla, so I didn't really have any downtime to process, and it was also just kind of crazy shifting over immediately to a new system, and that's kind of where we're at now. So bringing to my current point of, I'm flying out to Amsterdam for a week Monday night to meet the team and get to know their workflow and finish my onboarding process and fully come on as a music designer for Guerrilla Games, which is crazy. So that's where we're at. It's kind of wild considering that Horizon Zero Dawn was one of my favorite games in college. So going from a fan to working with the team to this degree, understanding the workflows and getting comfortable with how they design and what they do is really cool. So I wanted to at least acknowledge the job shift from BioWare to Guerrilla. The fact that I've been able to stay in AAA for this long is kind of a big deal. Lots of industry people I know usually only have like 1 or 2, and then they hop off to indie projects or do something else, or even shift industries from games to film, or vice versa. So I'm very grateful to know the people that I know and to have the trust to engage in the teams that I do. So yeah, that's kind of it. I can't talk about too much else because nothing's out there. So that's the hard part about this industry, is that it's all under wraps until it's out in the public, and then even when it's out in the public, I can only talk about so much. But I'm very grateful. I'm very excited. It feels like I've been in this industry a lot longer than I have. I'm still a baby. I still have so much to learn. And this will be my first time going from just editing to editing and implementation, which is working more directly with the engine and understanding code a little bit more. So really, really getting into it, which I'm excited about. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to make a updated, this is where we're at, these are the next steps. I hope you guys keep following along on the journey. The Let's Plays have been cathartic for me. It's just a nice way to kind of shift my brain onto something that I'm not working on. It's just really fun for me to focus on different types of games. But that being said, I do fully intend to play Dragon Age when it comes out. I'm very excited to see the final product. It's been really cool to be a part of this process for so long. At PlayStation, you're only on a title for like a year before it releases, and then you move on to the next thing. This is my first time being on the dev side, so seeing a project go from baseline storyboarding and conceptual ideas to the final product to release to the public is a really cool feeling. So I've only experienced the game in what I'm assigned. I've never played it. I don't know the full story. I don't know the context for some of the things that I worked on. So once the game is released, I'm very excited to like see the final product and feel it with you guys. So that is that's my plan for when it releases, is to do a full like first time Let's Play, to just experience everything. But yeah, that's all I got. Again, thank you guys for being on this journey with me. This channel has always just kind of been an outlet for me, so I'm very grateful that there's so many people that want to follow along and just kind of enjoy the ride. So I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay. Oh god, I shook the screen. Okay, bye.